Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. New season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hustle, drill, 52. Chop, 17. Hut.
On play action, Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So, week 1 is upon us. Frank Reich making his debut as Panthers head coach. He's tapped Bryce Young to get the nod here on opening day. I think nowadays, Charles, if you're the #1 overall pick, the expectation is that you're going to be running the show right from the start.
I agree with that totally, and I support it because if I'm drafting guy #1, I'm going to do everything possible to get him ready to go right out of the gate. And it has worked out fairly well for the last 3 guys who are in that position. Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, and Trevor Lawrence, all 3 have led their teams to the playoffs, with Burrow getting his team to the Super Bowl.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 560. Snap, red. Hey, red. Blaster, stick. You don't run. Let's go.
Young on 1st down. This to the former Falcon, Hayden Hurst. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Hurry.
One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, 50 yards. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Come
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. In motion, Hollins.
Clock, 10. Red, yellow. Ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go.
Ready?
Ritter on 1st and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
Cut.
That's out quickly to London. Now we'll pause for an injured player, and that's wide receiver Drake London who's shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
On the ready.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Black shot. Set, go.
Here's Ritter. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 66 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Falcons, 33-yard line.
Wide open. Ready.
Throwing, Young. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now Young. He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Here we go. Here we go.
Young, he's going to change it up. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career, an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
On the set.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Strike.
Chark the motion man right.
Hut.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark from 10 yards out. And the Panthers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Falcons, nothing. Piñeiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear?
He's got it at the 15. A big connection on that one. 57 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Check pink.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
97.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL started. Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things?
There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 49 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Young here, you can see changing the play.
Black, red, blue, go.
From the red zone now, Young. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 80 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here we go.
3rd and 2.
Ready.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Falcons 7. Piñeiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Blaster. 6. Ready.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard
Hey,
line.
full period.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Opposite. Green. Set.
Robinson on a give right side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Motion man is Schwartz.
Fly blue.
Ritter now on 2nd down. That one deep for London. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready, ready. Switch, yellow, yellow.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Hut.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Ritter trying to get them up to the line here in a hurry.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 6-yard line.
On 2nd down, Ritter. And this one too low.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here we go.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
38. Fury, yellow. Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Falcons are back within a score. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Ready.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Stop. 17. Red, yellow. Black shot.
Young now. Sharks got it left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. And the Panther.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. In motion, Hollins.
Black Ultra. Ready.
Going play action. Ritter. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
14. Piñeiro to kick off for the Panthers.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Claws red. Blue striker.
Ritter off the play fake. That one deep for London. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On play action, here's Ritter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Ready.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Cycle. Hey, green, cluster, 6. Needle blue, slide blue. Ready?
Young working out of the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. David Onyemata in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. This is up and good from Pinheiro, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Hurry!
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Even in only 10 games, seeing Pitts drop from 1,000 to under 400 yards receiving was tough last season. And he has only 3 total touchdowns in his first 2 years. Still one of the most athletic tight ends in the league. I expect last season to be the anomaly.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. Right back to Pitts again. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
That's another Falcons first down.
Wait.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, here's Ritter. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Red, yellow, ready.
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Down. Black shot. Hey.
And London, the motion man, right.
Ready.
Option play. Here's Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Now, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. That's caught at the 2. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than 1 play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Blue, go. Black Ultra. 52 black. Steel black.
Now here's Young. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Check, strike,
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Okay, ready?
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 5. Now Young going to move him around.
Just steal.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Check smash. Drill 52.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Second down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the double.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
Shot 17. Ultra. Ready.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then in the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Man in motion left, Mingo. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 23. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Ready.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Young on 3rd and 2. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Sanders will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Young, he's going to change it up. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Panthers 45, Falcons 22. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Pause red. 43 rail. Hut.
Ritter back to throw. Kadarrell Hodge has it complete. And he's wrangled down right at the 45, but they're into enemy territory. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Ready. Blue striking. Go pink.
Ritter on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Come on, set.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw, Ritter. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now left side on the swing pass. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
You don't blue. Shot, 17. Light blue. Green jack. Hut.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter. And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Panthers 52, Falcons 22.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Black shot. Zoom black. Ready.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Ready?
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us. Set, hut. Set.
Down to a knee goes Young, and that should be the final act in this one. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening